Alright guys, today we're going to go over some classics. We're going to do some Super Nintendo. Actually, no, we're going to do the regular Nintendo today. We're going to do regular Nintendo Entertainment System. We're going to show off some games we got for them. First up, we got Bible Adventures. Bible Adventures is a classic. Next up, we have the one and only PAPERBOY. PAPERBOY here is a classic. Next up, we have Super Mario Brothers number 2. If you go to Japan and try to play this classic, you can't because it's not called Super Mario Brothers 2. It's called Super Mario USA. Here we have another classic. This one is called Kung Fu Heroes. You may be familiar with this game if you have the Nintendo Switch. Nintendo Switch has this on there, and you can play it right now. Another classic coming right up. We have Yoshi's Cookie. In this one, you play as Yoshi, and you try to do some Dr. Mario stuff in it. It's a classic. Got another classic coming up. Disney Adventureland, or Adventures. You go to Magic Kingdom, so for you that haven't been to Disney World, you can do so in this one, thanks to Capcom. We have another classic coming up. This classic is The Wall Street Kid. In The Wall Street Kid, you're given a bunch of money and you're told to double it, otherwise you lose the company or something. It's a classic. We have another classic here. This one is Bill Elliott's NASCAR Challenge. The challenge is you have to race a car in a 2D environment. We have another classic coming up. This classic is Final Fantasy, the original one. It's extremely slow, but it's a classic. We have another classic coming. This one is called King's Knight. King's Knight is developed by Square. It is a lot like Final Fantasy. It's a classic. Another classic coming in, super hot classic right here. We got Super Mario Brothers 3. And this one, you can go to Japan and play it. It's probably called Super Mario Brothers 2 over there. And so this one's a classic. We have another classic here, and you may have to rewind the video and see it again because it is DEJAVU. Hopefully this game is giving you some deja vu because in this one you have amnesia and you're holding a picture of yourself to find out who you are. But who's taking this picture? It's a classic. But don't worry about that because we're coming back to the future. Another classic right here. This one, you play as Marty McFly, and you go to the past to go to the future and solve some crimes. It's a classic. We have another classic coming up. Tetris. Tetris is a classic. You can't go wrong with Tetris. Another classic coming right on in. We have Shadowgate. Shadowgate's a classic. It plays just like DEJAVU, so we're going to put it right on top of DEJAVU. It's a classic. Speaking of DEJAVU, we've seen this one already. It's Final Fantasy, another copy of it, because we can't have just one Final Fantasy. You have to have two Final Fantasies. It's a classic. The next classic we have on the list, Fisher-Price Firehouse Rescue. It's a classic. The next one we have, and it's everybody's favorite TV show, Wheel of Fortune. In this one, you make a 2D Vanna White go across the board and she claps for you. It's a classic. Another classic we have coming up, Dr. Mario. He writes you some prescriptions for your sicknesses and he heals you. It plays just like Yoshi's Cookie. Another classic we have sneaking in here, NES Play Action Football. Ready, Set, Hut, another classic. We're going to the Super Bowl. One more classic coming on in. We have A Boy and His Blob. It's a classic. Throw some jelly beans, make the blob follow. He knows what to do. And last but not least, everyone's favorite cartoon, Tiny Toon Adventures. Instant classic. You can play as all your favorite characters and run away from Elmira. that's my my regular Nintendo collection. Join us next time for when I do my Super Nintendo, because that's the one I really wanted to do. Thank you. Oh, and don't forget to smash subscribe and tell 10 friends.